move off him, but I ain't hear them, you know what I mean, in no trade discussions for Zion. And maybe they think his stock might not be as high as John Morant's. I don't know. You understand? But we're gonna see what them Chicago Bulls do because they supposed to be in the mix for a big time star. They said Andy Edwards said he want Kyrie. He said that'd be, you know what I mean, backcourt mate that, you know what I mean, he's missing and they could do a lot of damage. What I don't disagree with. And, But if y'all had a choice right now today, who would you rather have if you Minnesota, Kawhi or Kyrie?
Wow, that's a tough choice to go with Anthony Edwards, right?
Right.
Wow, that's tough. Kawhi or Kyrie. I'm probably gonna go with Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. If Kawhi, can he stay? Both of them have health issues, but I will go with Kyrie because I think he more so need a guard. You know what I mean? Like that can distribute and set the table. More so of a guard mentality than somebody like they're gonna be taking turns. If you got Kawhi and Anthony Edwards out there at the same time, that's just gonna be like having Devin Booker and Kevin Durant with no point guard. You know what I mean? So it's basically you got two elite scorers just taking turns. Whereas if you got that guard.
Plus, the West is up tempo these days.
Yes.
And I think playing with Kyrie, it'll be more up tempo as opposed with Kawhi.
Oh, yeah.
I think you got to really attack with pace these days.
Yeah.
I don't really think you can go wrong with either guy. You know, I'm from the mindset, man. Good big man is better than good small man. So I probably would lean a little bit more to Kawhi.
Yeah.
And, you know, his defense, you know, give him a little edge over Kyrie. So, but you can't go wrong with either guy. You can't go wrong with either guy. Even though both of them guys are, you know what I mean, established veterans. You know what I mean? Both of them guys are established veterans. You know what I'm saying? At this point in their career. And the guy in the middle of them trades is what's the guy?
Julius or Rudy?
No, Julius Randle. He's the guy they talking about in the middle of it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
But
I don't know where Julius fit in at. Like Julius Randle, where does he fit in at?
I don't know, man. You know, he can score. He's more of a locker room, a chemistry type killer. More seems to be more than anything, though. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't get along with nobody, man.
Yeah.
You don't get along.
Do you think with him is more so ego? Because at one time when he was in New York, he was slated to be the man. You know what I mean? And so now he might still have that I'm a number one type mindset, whereas though you know teams don't really see him like that.
And if that's the case, playing next to Andy Evans, he's delusional. And if that's his mindset, playing next to Andy Evans, he's delusional. There's no way he think he's a number one playing next to Andy Evans. No way.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be interesting, man. I just want to let y'all know, keep your eye on Chicago, man. This upcoming draft and things like that, because the John Morant thing was saying they're gonna swap picks. You know what I mean? And I think it's a 4 and a 6. They close in picks. I think it's a number 4, number 6, somewhere like that.
Yeah.
What else do Chicago have?
Now, that's the question I can't answer. It's a guy on the job, man. He follows them, and he put me on a couple of players that they have that was nice. I can watch some highlights of them. They can play, but I couldn't tell you, you know, their core players or anything like that. I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah. My man, Kent, welcome back to the chat. Kent, let me see what Kent said. Good morning, Urban Sports. I know you're not a fan of CC, but you spoke about her. Let me see. If this coach team from the front office wanted her gone that bad, then they would have done it. Would they do it? Let me see. CC fans are tired of this BS. Now, I mean, for me, it's not that I'm not a fan of Caitlin Clark. I'm a fan of you know, just the WNBA as a whole. And so when I spoke about Caitlin Clark, I was wondering why, and I think I said this in past. I was wondering why, like, it to me, it just didn't seem like that team, the Fever, leaned into her, right? And like you see them you see other teams lean into their future superstars, and now you have rumors like people are talking about maybe she's going to be moved to the Sparks, and I don't know if that's a bad move because that's a big market team. Whereas though, in my opinion, Indiana's not a big market team, and so if you have her playing for a big market team, then maybe that's better for the league. Some people think, and so what do y'all think about that?
Yeah, I think so. It's funny how Whitlock can put the Sparks out there, and that becomes the major rumor.
Yeah.
Now,
Go ahead.
I do believe Lynn Dunn when he showed a clip of her on that podcast, she more so justifying the idea of moving her because I definitely think it was directed about Caitlin, but to identify the team. But I do think it was very interesting when he brought up Corey Close from UCLA, the coach that just won the national championship, because she's been mentioning things about NIL and stuff. So that might be good. And I also watched her on Sports Women Talk. And when you listen to her talk, right, she understands it. She gets it. It's like it's almost like a justification's happening. It's almost like the Fever is bought all the way in on the Stephanie White deal because of the relationship. And I think they should trade her because it's criminal, what they're doing to her in terms of trying to make a triangle become a square, or you taking somebody that plays with so much passion and she's a risk taker and a floor general, and you trying to change her into something else. I think they should move off of her and send her somewhere where a big market can capitalize off her superstardom, her popularity, and it's almost like that's the NBA's model. Like the NBA is known to do that. They'll get a big star out of small markets and put them in big markets. So I feel like if they all in on Steph, I don't think Steph White's system is made for Caitlin. And I be honest with you, after the Atlanta game, I didn't even want to watch last night because I saw where it's going, and it's like I don't really like watching her play like that, So yeah, I think you should move on.
Let me ask you this about the young what Corey Close said, right?
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like she get it. Like, all right, so everybody is saying, well, all right, well, Caitlin Clark, her defense, that's the chink in her arm is her defense. So, but you seen other superstar basketball players who have chinks in their armors, and so as a coach and as an organization, what you do, you surround them with people whereas though you can make up for whatever deficiencies they have, right? But it don't seem like that with Stephanie White. She was like, it's crazy. Like you said, she's trying to make her fit into a space where that's not really her game.
That's not who she is, And also, like what Corey Close said, she said the front office needs to take some accountability as well, because you have to put certain talent around her, but she's not as bad of a defender as everybody making it out to be.
No.
She's really not. She leads the team in steals. She played. So it's crazy. And then Sophie exposed the coach. Because she said we was only playing one defensive scheme. You constantly switching, and you shouldn't do that. Even Draymond mentioned something about that in terms of on the NBA side. So, I just think, I hope they let that girl go. And I'm wrong. I predicted that Stephanie White would step down. It doesn't appear that way. They are all in on her. And I think they should move Caitlin. I really do.
Let me piggyback on what you said with Whitlock, right, Clayton?
Yeah.
Whitlock also said this, right? And I never even thought about this until he said it. He said, man, all stars seem like they end up in LA across sports.
Yeah.
He ended up with the Dodgers. Look at Michael Bryant. He ended up with the Rams.
Yeah.
Go back. Kareem went to the Lakers. Shaq went to the Lakers. You understand what I'm saying?
LeBron.
All right, LeBron go to the Lakers. And I think it's across sports, but Mookie Betts ended up with the Dodgers. You know what I mean? It seems like all these big time players, man, wind up going to LA. Right?
It's either LA or New York. But LA.
Going to LA, man. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. So maybe that's why he threw Caitlin Clark main man associated with the Sparks for that reason. But
Yeah, he did that, and he also associated Corey Close as becoming the new head coach because the Sparks don't really have a certified coach coaching them right now. So, and plus Corey Close, she coached Caitlin 2 summers for USA. So I saw what he was doing there, and it's, you know, you're right, but you're right, Tom. They get them big stars and they put them in that LA market, man. So
out there, man, you understand?
Yeah.
So just think about it though. You have the lady from UCLA. She's familiar with Caitlin Clark. She already putting statements out there like she would work, like she knows how to handle. You know what I mean? To work with that type of situation. So it's not a bad. It's really a good connection that what Whitlock came up with, right?
Let me ask y'all this. As far as the fever, right? If Caitlin goes, right, do you think that's like going to be the downfall of that organization?
No, I don't think so. Because they
With
do
the fans,
have
it
talent.
will. With the fans, it will.
Oh yeah, the fan base. Yeah, the fan base. But the team, I think they still gonna be able to have some success.
Sure.
But they got Boston, they got Mitchell.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know because I also know that I think the referees and the calls will change once Caitlin up out of there. I think they'll start getting favorable calls now because I do think it's a collective effort by the WNBA to create this whole thing to justify shipping them. So they probably will still maybe be able to maintain, but you got to remember Stephanie White ran Vanderbilt down in the ground. She went to Connecticut. They got close, didn't win. And then, I don't know. I think they probably would have some success, but I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see. But I will say this, one other key thing that's in LA is Kate Martin. She got picked up by the Sparks after she got waived by the Valkyries.
And plus, you remember the young lady Cameron Brink is over there too.
Cameron Brink is over there, yeah.
So she over there, right?
Yeah. But I would like to see Caitlin on that team and Kelsey Plum still be there.
Yeah.
Because I thought they played well during the FIBA World Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
So it just depends.
So, all right. Well, let me ask y'all this. So, if Caitlin Clark was to have success in Indiana, but I think success in Los Angeles with the Sparks is better for the league than success at Indiana because of the market. And so that's what we're talking about, like moving her to a big market team, whereas though, I think that'll be another draw right there.
And the Sparks do have a storied franchise championships with Lisa Leslie and all that kind of stuff. Yep.
Yeah, let me see. My man Ken says, I agree with you all. Caitlin Clark needs to be on a team that will turn her loose, unlike Coach White. Mitchell needs to quit the hero ball or hero ball garbage, right? Yeah, I mean,
that's Kelsey Mitchell game, man.
Yeah,
Kelsey Mitchell plays that way. You just, as a coach, you got to use her talent and you got to try to find pieces to fit with it. All this trying to, sometimes when players start trying to stop doing things that come natural to them, they begin second guessing themselves and they lose their confidence and they're not playing the same way. So Kelsey Mitchell is Kelsey Mitchell,
Yeah. And I think the same thing. Well, you can say the same thing for Caitlin Clark too, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is her game. Allow her to play her game.
Yeah.
And find a way to make that, mesh with what y'all doing as a team so that can be successful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let me see. Pete 5207. He said not even the hate will change. Let me see. Fans will still bash, even if she's on a new team. I don't know. I think if she go to LA, man, I'm kind of falling under the impression that would be good for the league in a major market. She couldn't have gone to New York because New York are already set. They got Stewie and they got Sabrina Ionescu, so this
she
LA
can go to New York.
But
you put Sabrina more of a two guard.
Yeah.
And that point guard they got now, she okay, but you tell me, you put Caitlin at the 1, Sabrina at the 2, Jackwell Jones, Stewie, Satu. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It ain't a point guard to me in the league that I would take over Caitlin.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care what team it is. And I know Olivia Miles playing real good, but even her, you know, she's a great point guard. She don't see that floor like CC.
No, but I like Olivia Miles.
I like her too.
I like the way that what's Coach Reeves? What's her name? Reeves? Something Reeves.
Yep, Coach Reeves.
Sure.
Cheryl Reeves, man. She letting her do her thing, man. She letting her do her thing. And they don't even have fee out there yet, man. So that's crazy.
Yeah, they're rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the game yesterday, and they had a nice competitive first quarter, and then it was boring after that. They blew them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They kept Seattle in a box, man.
And remember, the Lynx got the team to do it. They got a team that they can let Olivia Miles grow into her role and play loose. They got the team to do it.
Well, why you say that though? You know what I mean? Because
they got a championship team. They got an excellent team. 2 years ago, they should have been the world champion, but Stewie got a bogus call.
Yeah. That's why I question you, because sometimes when you have a team that's a successful team and you get a good rookie like that, then you can kind of bring them along slowly. You know what I mean? Whereas though, if you have a team, you know, that's not really as good, then you can let her take her lumps as the team grow. That's why I was wondering.
Well, she's talented, and that's an old school way of coaching. And I give Cheryl Reeves a lot of credit. She recognizes this girl's talent, but more importantly, she recognizes the talent on her team. You understand? So even Corey Close brought that up. She's another one that get ISO'd, but they cover it up for her because of the way it gets schemed up. To me, when you got a team like that, she ain't turning the ball. She's an excellent ball handler. She sees the floor. You recognize the talent and you let her play.
I'm surprised. Thanks, Pete. Yeah, I'm surprised though that Cheryl Reeves is allowing her to play that.
I'm not. She knows basketball.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm not surprised. She knows basketball.
Hey, fellas, let me interject right here, and I gotta I can't hide my disappointment and my disgust that we've been live for almost 18 minutes and we ain't talked about the NBA Finals yet. You know what I'm saying? We got to get on this, man. We got to get on this, man, because I might be as shocked as anyone that San Antonio was down 0-2 at the first 2 games on their home floor. Hey, man, I did not, as well as the Knicks was playing, I did not see this coming. I did not.
I gotta agree with you on that. I ain't see this coming either.
Yeah, I did not see this coming, man. And it seemed like, I don't want to give no excuses to anybody, man, but it seemed like San Antonio left everything on that OKC series, man. And even though they still had a shot to win the game in game 2, they don't seem like they playing the same as they was playing OKC.
I agree with you. That first game, they just didn't have the energy to stay with New York. That game 2, that I think just came down to the bright lights.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean that, and when you're 22 years old, you're a phenom and you're an alien. You look good, but when that pressure is on you, and you just make fundamental errors,
right?
I think that's just, you know.
And the way that you cannot discredit the way the Knicks are playing him.
Yes,
man, they're tough.
The way they're playing him, man, and Karl Anthony Towns is able to stay in front of him.
Yes,
you understand? He's able to stay in front. When he goes with that spin move, they coming. Them guards are coming. You understand? And they with hands, and they're trapping them, and they're stripping the ball, and they turning them over, and then they gone the other way, man. So People forget, this is a guy I work with. He said this. People forget that the Knicks under Thibodeau, man, they was like a top 10 defensive team. They was like a top 10, that was their thing, defense. So when Mike Brown come in, he didn't lose that part of it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't lose that part of it. He just go deep into his bench and the offensive, is more well-rounded. But man, the Knicks, man, they really look impressive in what they've done.
And Mike Brown is an excellent defensive coach as well. But I'll say in game one, San Antonio couldn't hold that lead, I think, because of fatigue, playing that 7-game series. Yeah. But I thought the last game they played well. It's just down the stretch, like you said. Mental errors, Wemby threw the ball off homeboy back, and
right.
But yeah, I think Wemby played a great second half. Yeah. He just down the stretch, he just made some errors. Huh?
Being a point, like if you're the point guard,
mm-hmm.
even Wemby, we all know he can handle the ball. You know what I'm saying? He can bring the ball up to the front court, things like that. Sometimes you as a guard, see, and this might what you was talking about, like a point guard mentality. When you're in a situation like that and you're a guard, you go back and get the ball.
You gotta go get it.
You gotta go get the ball. Give it here. You know what I'm saying? Give it here. And let that point guard get you into your sets. Get the offense running, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. A lot of times you look at him, oh man, Wemby, he can handle the ball, so we off to the races. You know what I mean? But sometimes you got to go get that ball, man. You got to go get it.
Let me say this. What? Only time Wemby should bring the ball up the court is like if it's absolutely necessary. You have him expending unnecessary just because he can dribble and get around people. If I'm defense, I want to see him bring the ball up 5-10 times a game, because now that's energy that he don't have to bring on the offensive end. Then on top of that, also if I'm defense, I want him out top trying to break down somebody off the dribble. Again, when you, that's why I said Wemby is good for the league for this purpose. He makes he gonna make you, everybody's gonna level up, and so now the league has adjusted to him, or the league is going to adjust to him, and then he's going to have to turn around and then adjust to the league by making his game more efficient.
Right.
And so more efficient means playing closer to the basket, reserving his energy so he can score, you know what I mean, when he need to score. Right. So it's a chess match. It's going to be a chess match.
It really is, Mike. It really is. And I seen him, I think that was in game one. You know what I mean? He was bent over, grabbing his shorts like in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Spent, man.
Yes.
He was spent. And like you say, you get excited. It's the finals, things like that, and all that energy he exerted against OKC comes into play. But they always talk about, oh man, he can handle the ball, which is true. He can handle the ball, but he's not Kyrie either. You understand that? And that's how they try to, oh man, boy, he can handle the ball, 7'5", handle the ball. Yeah, but like Mike just said, you don't want him handling the ball like that all the time. And the old saying, make them work. You know what I'm saying? Pick them up, full court, make them work. And that ain't necessarily trying to turn them over, but like Mike just said, make them expend energy, make them take longer to get into their offensive sets and things like that, man. So
he had some great blocks in that game too. Yeah. But you could tell he was starting to run out of gas, because even OG made that move on him.
Yes,
got around him
on his back,
and right to the right to the rim.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
think San Antonio is down because of everybody else, like the New York Knicks, Shannon, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart hitting the boards, OG, all these guys, they outplaying the others for San Antonio. They outplaying them.
Absolutely, they are. Absolutely, they are. That bench, man, is showing up, man. That bench is showing up, man.
You talking about on the road? They outplaying them,
right?
That's crazy. Two times in your house,
right?
That's crazy.
Yes.
At best, you the visiting team. At best, you want to split.
Yeah.
Let's just get one. They went down San Antonio and got both of them, man. So
And with all that said, they still should have won. The alien got a clean look. He just couldn't make it. There was a clean look.
Now, do you have a problem with that being their last, like they going for the win, so to speak? I was watching Kenny Smith on the NBA, right? And maybe they should have went a little quicker. Because if they do miss, they can foul, extend the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Extend the game a little bit instead of, going for the win. You say you had 7 seconds left or something. I don't know how much time.
They got it back with 9.5, I think.
Okay, yeah. So Kenny said they should have went a little quicker. So even if there's a missed shot, what's the name, get the ball, you can foul them. You know what I mean? Make them make free throws, extend the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So
New York might have been anticipating them trying to get a quick shot too. And that might have forced them into what they did. But I thought Wemby had the perfect shot. It was elbow.
He had a good look. Yeah.
He had a great look. You can't ask for more than that.
Did fatigue and that situation play into that? You know what I mean? Like you beating them up all game, and then now have you ever been playing physical with somebody, and then the second they leave you open for a shot, you miss that shot?
Yeah, because you're expecting the bump. You expect, you know what I mean? You expect
looking for the contact.
You're expecting the contact. That's right.
So that you know what I mean? So New York, they never switched anything up. They just stayed with you know what I mean, their game plan all the way because they are banking on fatigue setting in. Remember, Wemby only played like 30 minutes a game throughout the regular season.
Right.
Now you got, you know what I mean, these guys playing them physical from the tip.
Right.
And I'm glad that the refs are letting them play physical.
Yes. And to be honest with you, I know we're talking about fatigue with Wemby, but he had a better second half the other night than the first.
He really did. He got like his second win. He sure did.
Yes.
He started playing better.
Yes.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, he sure did.
So,
I think New York, to your point, Mike, that they had a game plan. They don't have to move off of it. And I heard in the huddle, in the first quarter of the first game, they were down. Spurs kind of went on a tear, and Cat in the huddle was saying, "Hey, chill out. Let's stick with our defense. And our offense will take care of everything else." They had that game plan, and that defense is tough. And everything flew off of that in that first game.
You see how the ball is moving on the offensive end for the Knicks?
Yeah.
That ball is moving around the perimeter, man. And
quick.
Yeah. You know what I mean? No basic dribbles, anything like that, man. And
speaking of ball movement, right? Speaking of ball movement, let me ask y'all this, because that ball movement too is also tiring that defense out. Where you gotta adjust 3-4 times. You know what I mean? They're not shooting on the first. They passing 3, 4, 5 times before they even shoot. So they making you work.
Yep.
You know, so
without a dribble.
Right. That's what I'm about to say, Jim. They're not even bouncing it. They just moving the ball, and you got to run around the horn and try to close out. Yeah, man. Yep.
Let me see. My man Hammers, welcome back to the chat. Hammers said Wemby played better the second half because Cat was put in foul trouble.
That's true.
Yeah,
he was out.
That's a good point too.
Yep. He was out. We talked about that too before the game. We was like, Cat ain't get no foul trouble game one. He gonna be in foul trouble. I was surprised it took that long for him to get.
Me too, Clay, because you can always count on Karl Anthony Towns getting 2 or 3 just crazy fouls, man. Or just tic-tac fouls that he should be. He should be up. Yeah.
So that was crazy.
I gotta say, I'm surprised at Cat, but I'm surprised at how Cat is playing, man. I'm not used to Cat playing.
Listen, I love watching Wemby. Y'all know I love watching the alien, but I'm low-key rooting for Cat. You know why? Not that I'm a big fan of Cat. I always
basketball. He playing smart basketball. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I don't like when people drag people all the time. That's why I'm low-key rooting for Cat. I would love to see him win this and overcome, because he gets constantly dragged all the time. And
how many threes did he have? How many threes did he have in that game?
I don't know.
2, 3?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, Clayton.
Yeah.
I think Mike Brown is coaching him different than he ever been coached.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mike Brown is coaching him different, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it is, man.
We can go back shows and shows ago. It was about, I'm like, this dude give you 20. You got to use that to your advantage. Mike Brown understands what this guy can do. He's not trying to make him do something else. He's now building his scheme around that. Mike Brown is still doing a hell of a job this season.
Who knew that cat was such a good passer?
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't.
I didn't either.
I didn't.
Yep. And I tell you, win or lose, I still think Mike Brown did a hell of a job. These motherfuckers, excuse my language, they had 13 in a row.
Yes.
13 wins in a row.
They're rolling.
And they might tie Golden State. If they sweep them, they tie Golden State 15 in a row. That's the record.
Yeah, that's the record, 15 and 0.
They only need 2 more. Yes.
Damn. What's the name?
And you know who else I want to see who get proved wrong? I want to see Draymond get proved wrong. I want to see Becky Hammond get proved wrong. They talking about you can't win with a small guard. They forget Isaiah did it. They forget even Draymond, his own teammate. Steph Curry and them won with one. I want to see them have to eat that shit.
Well, what she talking about, and I say the same thing. It's like historically, well, like when you look at it, like you talking about outliers. You talking about Isaiah. you talking about Steph. And so you talking about every generation. Yeah, somebody's going to come along that's going to be the outlier to that. But for the most part, I'm still going to bet I'm going to bet on the big guards.
And that's fine. But
guards, Mike, we already know.
I mean, yeah.
And Mike, that's fine. But you don't say you can't do it. That's what I'm saying. You're right. They are outliers. She said you can't do it.
But I also like when she said, "Prove me wrong." I like
that too. She said, "Prove me wrong."
Yeah, I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Let me read this from my man Hammers. Hammers say, "I like Wemby, but turning the ball over in that last possession is why positionless basketball don't equal winning basketball, right?" And that's what that go back to my point is like, he not in that situation. You can't expect Wemby to make a point guard type decision coming down the court. You asking him to do everything.
Right.
Much love to Hammers, right? Great point. But I'm gonna say this: don't let Wemby's mistake define a whole situation in terms of positionless basketball, because there's been other teams that win titles playing positionless basketball. Don't let Wemby's mental error define that. That's all I'm saying.
So elaborate on that, though, Clayton. Elaborate on that some more.
I'm just saying, I still feel like the Bulls was positionless for. I still feel like what's the other team that another team that won it was positionless. I think Denver Nuggets was positionless basketball, stuff like that.
Luke Longley was not bringing the ball up for the Chicago
He wasn't.
Bulls.
No, he wasn't. But they still played positionless basketball. They didn't have a true point guard. I'm gonna say Denver Nuggets. I'm gonna say the Denver Nuggets. All I'm saying is Wemby's mistake shouldn't define positionless basketball. Wemby made a mistake. That's all I'm saying.
Let me say this, Clayton, to positionless basketball for as Denver. And what's the name was their facilitator, in the half court. But like Mike just said, you wouldn't have Joker bringing the ball up from the back court though. Once the ball cross half court, he comes get it and then he facilitates
I disagree with that.
You saw Joker bringing the ball up a lot.
Yeah, I seen Joker bringing the ball up at times. Absolutely, I do.
Yeah, well, you see more ball than me. I haven't seen it. I mean, I haven't seen him coming up and starting the offense, because I think he's less effective doing that. I think you let him, Mike say, you're expending energy, and if somebody is any challenging to him, he's going to pick the ball up. He's not going to sit up there and bring the ball up and somebody is challenging them one-on-one.
And let me say this from a coaching standpoint, right? If you put Wemby in a situation to do something like that, like if you Mike Brown, you want to see Wemby bringing the ball up in a situation like that because you know that he's not a point guard, and you talking about a point guard mentality, then you're talking about a scorer's mentality. You're talking about you can't have all that encompassed into one player. Like Michael Jordan was a scorer, right? Magic Johnson was a point guard. Now their roles overlap and they're able to do other things, but they mainly focused on what it is that they were supposed to do. So if you are a team that is positionless, right, and you going up against a team that's organized and everybody got roles, we can exploit the fact that you are a positionless team. San Antonio don't even have a pure point guard. We talking about De'Aaron Fox. He's not a pure point guard. That's why their turnovers are up there like that.
Well,
they don't have a pure point guard.
I don't think so I think it's a little more nuanced than that. I think I get what you're saying and I don't disagree, but I don't think a team is entirely positionless. I think that is a coaching strategy that you can use if you've got a guy like Wemby who is so versatile, right? Yeah. And so that and this is where maybe we're coming back around to that to why are the Knicks doing so well right now? And I think it's coaching, right? They're looking at, hey, when San Antonio plays this way, here's how we defend, because that's the strength of New York. This is how we defend when Wemby gets in this situation. Let's make him work, right? So I don't think the Spurs are just completely positionless, but that's definitely a coaching strategy that they employ.
Yes.
Yeah, no team is completely positionless, right?
Right.
But what I'm saying is allowing somebody, putting people, had them to do something that's like not really in their job description, right? Because I'm comfortable with Wemby. If I'm Mike Brown, I'm comfortable. I feel good about Wemby bringing the ball up the court in a crunch situation like that. Then on top of that, I will put a small on him to make him really have to handle that ball and make quick decisions and speed him up. I like that. If I'm a coach for the opposition, I like that situation, and that's what you're gonna get. That's where coaching come in.
Yeah.
You know.
100%. Yeah, but it wasn't like Mike Brown created that situation with his coaching. It was one of those things late in the game. It just happened that way.
All right. Now we speaking about coaching for the Spurs. Then, for if you the Spurs coach, you'd be like, you go get that ball immediately.
I don't think he had a time. I don't think the Spurs coach had a timeout. It happened so fast.
You coach that before you get in those situations, because most things that happen in the game, you don't have time to be like, all right, timeout. Wemby, don't bring the ball down. De'Aaron, you go get the ball. That's what practice is all about. So
I understand. In most case scenarios, they do that. Sometimes you need a timeout when it's late game. Everything's heightened. It's hysterical. Sometimes you need a timeout to regroup.
Yeah. And it was like a grab and go type situation.
Yes.
But he's so used to doing it.
Yes.
He's used to doing it, like grabbing it and going. Now in this situation, like you say, it's more intensity. It's more intensified. You know what I'm saying? So now you get it, and he really this is my thing. When he got it, he really didn't feel comfortable with it. That's why he looked at it up.
He did. He
looked at it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So he knows certain situations he can get away with it, certain situations he cannot.
I think it kind of comes down to that. Hey, the kid's only 22. We think Chris Webber is the Hall of Famer that he is, but he made a mistake, right? I mean, it was in college, but it's the pressure of the situation, and it's a young guy who feels uncomfortable, and he just makes a bad decision.
Yep, he did. He did. Hey, listen, man, one of the greatest point guards of all time even had a turnover in late games during a championship series, Magic Johnson. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, yeah.
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it do happen, but I'm just saying that it's part of the strategy of the game to, you know what I mean, to put people under pressure and put people in positions that they not comfortable in, you know. And so that's what I like, you know.
And
So
then,
as a coach,
and then that go-to move whenever you know somebody push up on him, like I mentioned earlier, he goes to that spin move.
Mm-hmm.
His wingspan being so long and it's telegraphed, you know, is not close to the body. It's not like a spin move like Stephon Marbury. He used to do a spin move where he would cuff the ball, where you understand, where you couldn't get in there and strip it away from him and things like that. And the thing, man, you got to give him a lot of credit, man. You really do. And I'll be the first one to do that, man. Got to give him a lot of credit, man. Like I said, I didn't see this coming. I didn't see this coming.
Hey, I agree with my man Hammers, man. He said, like, back in the day, this would not have had Kareem. If Kareem get that ball on a catch and go situation, that's like a hot potato for Kareem. Same thing for Hakeem Olajuwon. Same thing for Pat. All those great centers, man. You going to look for, you know, whoever your point guard is. That's second nature right there.
And then your point guard that's something what Jim said. See, now your point guard, everybody this positionless thing and is being coached like, okay, you can bring the ball up. No one's saying that, like you say with Joker, oh yeah, you can dribble the ball up court, but what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? If somebody is right there trying to defend you, most big guys is going to pick the ball up.
Yeah.
Look for his guard. You understand what I'm saying? But the guard, it's his responsibility to come back
go get it.
That's right. That's right.
That's right, Tom.
And that's second nature. It's second nature to any professional guard in the league. He gonna run to the ball. Harper and everybody was going down court.
Yes. So the question becomes:
he was turning his back to Wemby.
Exactly.
Didn't the guy turn his back to Wemby?
Exactly.
That's coaching.
Well, is it coaching or is it that player not thinking in the moment?
No, that's coaching.
This guy been coaching his ass off. I can't.
Oh yeah,
I can't say that. I can't say that. I can't say that.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm explain how it's coaching. I'm gonna explain how it's coaching.
All right, I'm listening.
You prepare. If you want to be a champion, you prepare for these moments, right? And so you prepare for the playoffs during the regular season. You prepare for the championship during the playoffs, right? So you always want to be one step ahead. You cannot teach your ball players to turn their back on their big man when he bringing a ball. They did this throughout the season. It just bit them in the butt.
Right.
He has always bringing the ball up.
They've been doing that, Mike. They've been catching and letting.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So if you're a coach and you see your team doing this and you never correct it, and then in the championship game it bites you in the butt, you cannot say it's not coaching.
Right, but we can't say that they've been doing this all year because we haven't watched every single possession, every game. Yeah. Now I'm gonna say this: have you ever been taught something, went over something in practice, and then when the game comes, when you get down to crunch, you draw a blank? So I'm not going to say this man's been doing a hell of a job coaching the San Antonio Spurs. I'm not going to say he ain't prepared his team. I'm going to put it more on Dylan Harper going blank and not recognizing the moment. That's what I'm going to put it on. But I can't say that for sure either. But to say this man ain't preparing them, you don't get through OKC and them teams, and you ain't prepared and you ain't well coached and all. I just can't go with that.
Now listen. Dylan Harper was who he was throwing the ball to?
No, he was throwing it to Castle, I think.
Yeah, Castle. It was Castle.
Castle, and they hit Castle in the back.
Right. I saw that. I just didn't know who he was trying to pass.
I mean, a lot of things had to happen for that problem to come up. Stuff,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they all kind of dropped the ball, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, I just can't. Yeah, I can't. I hear you though. I'm listening, but I'm not riding with wise coaching because that ain't enough for me.
Both of y'all.
So, all right, well, let me ask you this then. So,
Okay.
if you're not riding with coaching, then that means that there's no adjustment that can be made to this mistake that just happened.
I'm not saying that. That ain't. What I'm saying is, I don't believe that incident happened because of lack of coaching.
So
I'm not saying that a coach. Well, I'm sure when they looked at that on film, I'm sure this week, these last few days, I'm sure they went over that ad nauseum.
So if you can adjust to it, then that means that you can plan for it.
Listen, the circumstance like that, right? What actually happened?
But look,
What
Clay,
happened? Was it a made basket?
We know
Was it
what
a grab and go? What was it?
If you want to call it a grab and go, we can do that, right? But
Okay.
I'm saying in an era where everybody is playing positionless basketball, now you get a team that's not playing positionless basketball.
But why do you say that?
Coaching styles going up against each other, and now
why do you say they didn't plan for it? They could have planned for it, but the guy drew a blank in the moment.
I don't know. I just know
you ain't never in a game situation forget an assignment or blow a coverage or make a mistake because you drew a blank.
That wasn't the case though, Clay.
It looked like it was. Dylan Harper never turned to go get the ball
because he is so used to Wemby bringing the ball up.
Goodness.
He is so used to Wemby bringing the ball up. He was going for his spot.
All right, I digress. You win.
Hold up, let me just say this.
I digress. You right.
Let me just say this one thing. Usually, when Wemby bring the ball up, when he bringing the ball up the court, Wemby don't get rid of the ball in that situation right there on the court. He hadn't even got past there, like the 3/4 mark of the court.
You know how many times? You know how many times I've seen Wemby grab a board, turn, and give the ball to De'Aaron Fox or Dylan Harper or one of them guys? You know how many times I've seen that throughout this postseason?
I'm talking about that situation. Wemby, everybody is running to their spots because why are they running to their spot? Because they used to Wemby bringing the ball up. That's why you have your back turned. Only person really going down the court should really, and nobody really should have their back turned going down the court. But most of the time, like if the center is out in front, he'll probably have his back turned, but for the most part, everybody is looking for the ball. But when you know that somebody is going to hold on to the ball, when you got your point guard with the ball, that's not sound fundamental basketball.
And I think Wemby only took one bounce before the pass, I think.
In 1 or 2 bounces, then he passed it.
Yeah.
What my man Hammers Hammers. I'm trying Hammers to bring this point home. Biggs ain't supposed to bring the ball up the court. I'm trying Hammers. It's not.
Yes. In the days NBA, it's a different NBA.
Yeah, and that's
say what you want. You can say what you want. I understand that all that old school stuff. The San Antonio Spurs have been very successful all year. The guy made a mistake in the moment. Both of them.
All right.
It's just that simple. Yeah. If a guy can bring the ball up, I'm never going to say he shouldn't.
Yeah.
In certain situations, I would, though, Clay. In certain situations, I would. Just because you can do it, that don't mean you should. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I mean? That's
But a lot of times with that big man bringing the ball up, he's also bringing that other big man out away from that basket.
Yeah, but see, that only works, of course. But that only
in half court.
You're right. That's what I mean. Yep.
Yeah, man.
So what y'all think? What's going to happen when they get to New York? Then are the Spurs going to have to take two?
Split with them. I think San Antonio going to split with them. I think it's going to go back to San Antonio. I think they're going to get one.
Yeah, I think that. But is it enough for them to split though? That's going to be hard to come back 2 down.
No, yeah, it's going to be hard, and I don't think they're going to come back and win. They got to win 4 out of the next 5 games, and I don't think that's going to happen. But I see them getting one with the Knicks. I think the Knicks going to have to finish them off down in San Antonio. I think they're going to go back 3-1 down, and then the Knicks might get game 5.
I'd be shocked if they able to win game 3 in New York. The way that crowd going to be, that
it's
energy.
Crazy. That's gonna be
I'd be shocked.
Clay, hey, this is almost like a college type atmosphere.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like in New York, it's going to be like playing at Duke or North Carolina when those two teams hit each other. It's going to be crazy in there.
New York's been waiting for this moment for decades.
27 years. And then in 99, nobody really gave him a shot because, Patrick was out that series. They was going up against, Dave Robinson, Tim Duncan. Ain't nobody really give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it's different now.
In that first game home, Jalen Brunson ain't even shot well yet.
He hasn't.
That first game home,
he hasn't.
I expect him to go off.
That's why I think with Cat doing defensively and what he's doing offense, that's why the first few games he's been the best player on the Knicks.
He's been the best player on the floor.
Yep.
Cat gotta be the best player because he going against the best player for the Spurs. So he at least he got to be at least offset that.
That's it, Mike. That's it.
Offset what Wemby bring to the table.
Right. Yeah. You ain't necessarily got to outscore him or nothing, but you got to offset Wemby. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to outscore him and things like that, but just offset him a little bit.
Yeah. So look, welcome back, Panama Queen. Welcome back to the chat. Panama says, I think it goes 6 games. The NBA got to get their ratings.
I don't know.
New York might try to interrupt that.
That's I'm about to say, but this New York, right? If it was somebody else, yeah, you think they stretched out, but this New York, so people going to come in with the Knicks.
If they get game 3, it's no way San Antonio get out of there with a win. It's no way.
You don't think so?
No. If the Knicks get game 3, it's no way. The Knicks gonna want to finish that in their building. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, it's gonna be if they win game 3, it is. I think it's a wrap too.
The best shot San Antonio got is game 3.
Yeah.
Even though the closeout game is the hardest,
I ain't see this coming. I don't see this coming. So
I ain't see this coming either.
You got to give Atlanta some credit there because they the last team to beat the Knicks. You got to give Atlanta some credit.
What they building down there?
Right. Some credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I had a great time watching the last game. That was a hell of a game, man. They was going back and forth, man. That was great.
When San Antonio came back, I thought the Knicks, I say that, man, they didn't give this game away because they gave the game away. 13 down or something. I say the Knicks gave this game away. And then when Brunson was, because he only made one of the 2, that's how what's his name was able to get that shot to win. Because he split them free throws. So he did that. I'm like, oh boy. Boy, and they got the pin down. They got the pin down with the Iron Fox where they had to make the switch. And like you say, Wemby had a good. Wemby had a good. He had a good look.
He had an excellent look. Excellent look.
But might be heavy legs. Then you're expecting the bump and don't get it. Man. And man, nobody is saying this, man. This is pressure packed, man. The guy only 22 years old, man. Shooting for a game win in the finals. I know a lot of people ready to crown him and things like that, man. And I'm not saying he can't do it, but allow him to do it. Instead of saying he's going to be this, that, and this, and they already comparing him to all-time greats. You know how I feel about that type of stuff, but
I made a video about that too because Chris Broussard said the same thing. Like putting him already out there as an all-time great, and I was like, hold your horses. He haven't really had to adjust to the league making adjustments to him.
Right.
That's where you see, like when people start throwing everything at you but the kitchen sink, and then you able to persevere. That's that's part of like the joy of watching basketball. So if they lose this series, I want to see them go back to the drawing board. The Spurs go back to the drawing board, make some corrections, and come back next year and see what you got.
Panama, I know it's about the money, sweetie, but I don't think going 6 or 7, I don't think you can get no much more money. This series been fantastic. The whole postseason been fantastic. The NBA they made a boatload already. How many 7-game series have they had already? Couple, right?
Yeah.
So but I feel it though.
So here's the question that I have, because the Knicks are basically the same team they've been for the last couple of years. Is it really Mike Brown that put them over the top?
Yes.
I mean, that's the only thing that you can add to explain why they're where they're at.
Yep.
Yeah. Mike Brown and Cat.
Yeah, but I mean, Cat's been there a couple of seasons, right?
Well, this is only his second season with the team.
No, it's a third season at least.
Third season.
I think it's his second.
Is it?
Wasn't last year his first with Thibodeau?
I thought it was his third season.
I don't know.
It might be. It might be. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, Mike Brown, Jim. He ain't right. He's using the whole team, man.
Yeah. Hammond said, how y'all feel about Shaq's criticism on Wemby? He said Wemby was frustrated. He also said he agreed with Shaq that Wemby is frustrated, right?
Flustered. He was flustered.
Flustered. Is that what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's flustered. Yeah. I'm saying because they throwing everything at him. Like, you know, you getting people, you know, like throughout the regular season, you getting people throwing stuff at you that you probably not used to seeing, and stuff that you know, putting situations that you're not used to being in. And so, like I said, that's the chess match right there as far as basketball is concerned.
Yeah.
You know?
But we also watching him grow in real time.
Yeah.
Because I still think he was flustered in the game, but then he come back the second half, dig down deep, find something, get his team back in it. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you and everybody in the chat, right? Looking at Wemby's games, like what adjustment do y'all think, like, to his game he's going to need to make, not only for this series, but to make in the league in order to make him a better basketball player?
I think not everybody speak at once, but I think that him having almost like a go-to move, I think that'll help a lot. You know what I mean? Like having a go-to move, whatever that move is. I'm not going to sit up here and speculate what it would be, but having a go-to move that's almost a guaranteed bucket.
Yeah, got it.
Right.
Like a sky hook.
Yeah, something along a step back. You know what I mean? A fade away. You know, along those lines of MJ
like Dirk
would be something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Or like what Dirk had. Remember, Dirk had that fadeaway.
Yeah.
7'4",
that leg,
and then he gonna fade away. That's like unfair.
Now, see, you know, it's well known that he worked with Akeem. You know what I'm saying? He worked with him and things, but you don't see that as part of his game right now. Start implementing the things that you learned from Keem. Start implementing those things into your game. You understand? Game in, game out. The things that you learn from him. You know, it's one thing to go in there and learn things from Keem and then never do it. I can do that. You understand? I can go in there and learn everything, and then when the game start, I don't use any of it. Start using them things that you learn working with Keem, the footwork, things like that. Start implementing that.
He's definitely a physically talented guy, and you're right, Tunk. He's got room to grow in several areas, and if he goes into the lab and builds that move, that definitely is going to help him. I think the biggest thing that's going to propel him is that muscle between the ears, right? If he can take this experience and look at the things he's done wrong and build off of, hey, because there's levels to all of these games, right? And the NBA's got so many levels. If he can continue to improve that mental game, that mental toughness, be able to have that killer instinct at the end of games, I think that's what's going to make him, you know, that we're going to say, yeah, this is the cat, this is the guy.
What you say?
I definitely think he got the killer instinct already, but you guys are all right. If he can develop something where it's back to the basket and he got it like a turnaround or a go-to, that would be great. And Tunk, you're right. It's like he worked with Akeem, but you don't see a lot of that being represented in his play. But I believe this offseason, I think he gets back into the gym with Akeem some more. I think he will. I don't, you know, sometimes it's not that easy just to you've been playing a certain way your whole life, and then automatic, you know, you got to develop that muscle memory. You got to repetition and all that kind of stuff. So, but I definitely think he's got the killer mentality already because I've seen it in the postseason. I remember that long logo three he hit to send the game in double overtime against OKC. So he's got that thing, but he needs a go-to. He definitely needs a go-to.
Yeah. I think he need a go-to move, and he needs to learn how to be more efficient in a basketball game. In order so he can pace himself so he can finish as strong as he start. You know, he wears down. He's like I say, he only played like 30 minutes a game throughout the regular season. And now, you know, New York has put them in a position where if we winning with them on the court. So if y'all take them off the court, we really gonna show our ass. You know what I mean? So he gotta be out there. So he gotta learn how to pace himself so he can be more efficient. I think his efficiency.
And I think, man, you know, a lot of times when you got a big man back there here clean up your mistakes, man, I think the guards, man, they get a little lazy, man, and let just drive past them all day because you know you got Wemby back there to clean things up, man. And them guards got to do a lot better with that dribble penetration, man. Because like you say, the Knicks are getting in the lane and then passing the ball back out, and then the ball is moving around the perimeter, man. Now you got to run. You got to, you know what I mean, run around the horn to try to close out on shooters, man. And like you say, you're a step or two behind. So someone's got to do a better job, man, of keeping them Knicks players in front of them.
They rely too much on Wemby playing safety. And he's using a lot of energy in doing that. You're absolutely right. They need to lock it down. Don't even allow that penetration. That's a great point, Tom.
So Hammer said, hey, I ain't right. Hammers wrote this. I ain't right. This sound like me though, man. Hammer said, imagine Charles Oakley type players putting it on Wemby's frail. You know what? Before the rules changed, this dude changed. Let me see. This rule change made the NBA accessible to Euro players. This is common knowledge, right?
Mike, you sure you ain't right that, Mike? You sure you ain't right that?
It sound like me, right? And that's what I said. Like this NBA this a whole new NBA. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. Like you going up against Kevin Willis, Charles Oakley, you know, Terry Cummins and all those guys, man. That's what's Buck Williams?
That's right,
man. That's a brutal cast of characters right there.
That's right.
That's brutal. That is brutal.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, at the same time, what you gonna do? I mean, this is the league we're in. And I'm enjoying it, and I'm really enjoying the parity that's happening.
But I mean, that's why I'm saying like efficiency will really. Because like when you played against Buck Williams and Charles Oakley and all those guys, your game had to be efficient and sharp. You didn't get 4 and 5 dribbles. You know, the help came real fast. You had to be able to adjust to it. You know, Kareem had that sky hook up over those double, you know.
Right.
So yeah, man. Time, my man Time, welcome back to the chat. What Time saying talking about?
No, Tom, I'm gonna put it in your hands if you my point guard. Now what?
Let me say, if Uncle Clayton is a coach, I'm the point guard. We had a guy play like Anthony Edwards. Let me see, all-star player Uncle Clayton is putting the ball in whose hands?
In the star player's hands.
I'm putting the ball in the star player's hands.
Nah, I'm putting it in your hand, Tom. If you my point guard, now step up.
Yeah, man.
Get us in our set. Yeah,
that's right. Step up. Let me see what you got. Look, I'm gonna do that early in the year, but once I see you can't handle it, I'm going with my star guy. No, I'm just messing with.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. Like this series right here is just showing that. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like cycles, almost like basketball goes in cycles.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I'm not picking on. I'm glad that Wemby is in the league, and dudes got to adjust their game to Wemby, right? Yeah. I'm glad that that they don't have a point guard, and now people is showing that you need to have a pure point guard run your offense. You know what I mean? Because teams that go back to that old school, way of playing are going to have success, because roles are very important, in my opinion, as in basketball. And so,
you think who's the pure point guard on the Knicks?
I don't think they like. I don't think the dude Brunson is a pure
but
point
I
guard.
think Brunson got a point guard mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though he's scored first and second, I think he got a point guard mind. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's dependent upon the score and fill it up all the time.
And didn't OKC have a pure point guard in Shea?
No, I don't think pure. Oh, I don't see.
You don't think he a pure point guard?
He ain't no pure point guard to me. Nah.
I think he
That's
is.
what I'm saying.
I think he is.
I think he a two guard. I think he's a
pure point guard. I think he's most effective with the ball in his hands. I think if you took the ball out of his hands, I don't think Shea would be as effective.
You're probably right about. You're right about that.
Well, tell me, Mike. Tell me one of the team. Tell me a team that's got that pure point guard you're talking about, so I can be able to frame it. Huh?
I don't, like in today's game, I don't see the pure point guard. Like it's a lost art. Like I don't see power forwards in today's game.
Okay.
I don't see point guards. I don't see power forwards.
Okay.
And so when you have now, I would feel more comfortable with Brunson coming down the court with the ball than I would Wemby. You know what I mean? Like if Brunson was in that position where it's a grab and go, I'm more comfortable with Brunson coming down the court with that ball. You know what I mean? Because Brunson is a smaller player, a better ball handler. And if you push up on Brunson, he can get around you better than what Wemby can, especially if he's a shorter ball player.
You think Halliburton is a pure point guard?
Yeah. My fault. Yeah, I forgot about Halliburton. Yeah. Because he is pass first.
Yeah.
But coming down the stretch, he can score.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's what the point guard used to be: pass first, set the offense up, and then if you sag off me or you know what I mean, I can score. Right. So yeah. Halliburton is but Halliburton, he hurt.
How about the Clay? I forgot all about him, man, because he was out all season.
Yeah, I forgot about Halliburton too. Yeah. So I hope Halliburton come back 100%. Yeah. Hey, I want to ask y'all something. I'm gonna get into. Y'all might not care to talk about this topic, but that Shannon Sharpe situation, right? Now, I don't want to really, the salaciousness about it, but I want to. How do y'all feel about Shannon Sharpe was going up for a $100 million plus contract with with ESPN, right? Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, these allegations with the young lady come up. You know what I mean? And that ruins that. Now Shannon, then he goes back to trying to rehabilitate his image. People saying now Shannon Sharpe wants to be, he want to be back on major network TV, and he working his way back in there. And now all of a sudden, this other scandal come up with him about some dudes in a hotel, right? Do y'all think this coincidence?
What's this one?
Y'all ain't hear about that?
No.
Y'all ain't hear about that? It's some allegations of Shannon Sharpe, and they got pictures of him in a hotel, and these I think they took some pictures and some other nonsense. Y'all ain't hear about it?
What is the picture supposed to be portraying?
It's almost like they alleging that it's a gay type relationship with Shannon Sharpe and these two dudes in a hotel room, right? And so, without getting into that part of it, I'm just thinking, like, do y'all think that the timing of these type this situation is kind of suspicious?
Yep.
I'm gonna say this.
Even if it's true.
Right.
I'm gonna say this. If it is a gay type situation, whatever, to me that'll just make him more appealing to ESPN.
Yeah. Hey Clay, you are right. You are absolutely right. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right. You're
Yep.
right, man.
If
Yep.
you guys look at the hierarchy at Disney, they got a transgender that's high up there. They got the and it's no disrespect to those lifestyles. I'm just saying what it is.
Yeah.
So to me, the gay thing is out in the open. It's in the public marketplace. It's there.
I
I
think
think it just make them more appealing.
I think more than anything, Mike, it's the Shannon Sharpe issue. I think it's something that he didn't rub somebody the wrong way. Pardon my pun, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't rub somebody the wrong.
Man, we grown men, man. We come from a time, man. Talk how you want to talk. I don't do all that pause stuff, man. Talk how you want to talk, Tom.
Yeah, you know what I
I
mean?
know who you are.
You know what I mean, man? So I think it's somebody that's in power, man, that's trying to stop him from getting back to the level he was
Might be.
ascended to at one time. I think people
Might be.
Yeah, he didn't got on someone's bad side somehow, some way, and they're trying to stop that.
I could go with that. Yeah.
I mean, I get so the way I look at it, and I think you're right, Clayton. In the world today, and how we've developed as a society, how we've developed what things are red flags. SA is definitely a huge red flag and needs to be called out. And as a society, we're like, oh, if that's what you want to do, talking about being a lifestyle. If that's your lifestyle, it's none of my business, right? As a society, and I think that's exactly where I don't know what that allegation would do to him, but it's definitely nowhere. It doesn't even touch the allegation of SA.
Right. When he got the one he got with the young lady, he was trying to assault. Yeah, that's different. Yeah. But this just being in a hotel with some guys, that's your lifestyle. I mean, because even the message that went off, he was supposed to be having sex with the woman, that didn't even affect him on ESPN. So, but so it's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I found. I found it interesting. I thought that maybe he got some enemies that's, every time he trying to move up, it seemed like they want to, throw a wrench in his program.
Dude's working hard, man. His podcast he's getting at it on his podcast.
Yeah,
man.
He got Club Shay Shay and he got
some great guests on his Club Shay Shay. I've been enjoying. He had Neil deGrasse Tyson on there. That was a great intervio.
I watched that too.
I'm not a fan of Neil. Like he used to be. I'm not a fan. No.
Who you not a fan of?
Neil Tyson deGrasse or whatever.
Well, he's
not a big fan.
Is he an astrologer or something like that? Or
yeah, he's a astrophysicist.
Astrophysics.
Something like that.
Yeah. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Because I don't like how he totally dismissed Terrence Howard. I didn't like that.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
I mean, he talked a little bit about that and how he was misrepresented. I'm sure that was just he's trying to clean it up. But no, he's kind of from a you know what kind of nerd I am, but just from an academic science perspective, he's always kind of been someone I've looked up to.
You don't think that Shannon Sharpe come across as like he lacks discernment? He may be a little impulsive. Do y'all get that from him?
I think I get from him he kind of a hypocrite, and they expose his hypocrisy. You know what I mean? So they use that against him. And as far as lacking discernment, that's true. That go in there too, right? Because if he know where the chinks in his armor is, and he don't do any self-assessment, if that's his lifestyle, in order to de-weapon or take the weapons away from the people that's using it, then why not go ahead and say, all right, that's my lifestyle. You know what I mean? Big deal. It is what it is. Now you don't have that weapon. He have it, like I say, he got his own 2 podcasts, and they they doing well. So if that's his lifestyle, then he can just
Say it with your whole chest.
Yeah, just go ahead, say it with his chest and take
And
the
just
weight
like
out
you
of
said,
their
you
head.
always got to play defense. You know what I mean? When somebody comes
Right.
up with something against them, you got to play defense. Yeah.
Because the only way somebody can really ruin you is if you think that they're ruining you. You know what I mean? Because if he go ahead and he say, all right, that's my lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now what? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Now what?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So because I got to thinking about that too with because some people use leverage against people to, like when you think about the Gilbert Arenas situation, right? How they, Gilbert signed that contract with what was it, Underdog, and then they changed the name to the Arena and all that stuff. So what that did, that forced Gilbert Arenas to go. He started another podcast.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this podcast is doing the same numbers as the last podcast and even climbing.
Well,
right?
what's the name of it, Mike? Because I haven't checked it out.
Gilbert Arenas. His new podcast is still his name.
Okay, so he kept the rights to his name and all that stuff. He kept that. Okay.
So he got his own he got his podcast back, and that just showed that, like, when it comes to like your intellectual property, they, you know what I mean, with social media, like, it's so much harder for them now to steal it. You know what I mean? If y'all stole that podcast, but you can't steal me. People like me. I'm built this image off of me, right? And so now I'm gonna go over here. Same thing with Pat Beverly. Pat Beverly has some issues on his podcast, and his co-host said, I don't feel comfortable doing business with you. And so they they removed Pat Beverly from the podcast. Pat Beverly go start his own podcast again, and now his podcast taking off, and the one that got stolen from him is sliding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I like to see stuff like that. When
let me jump in here and pivot just for 1 second, right?
Go ahead.
You spoke about hypocrites and hypocrisy, right? I got to bring up Nick Saban real quick. I got to bring up Nick Saban, man.
All right.
We spoke about this before. You know what I'm saying? Many shows back, we talked about this before, how Nick Saban, when he didn't have that leverage, you understand, he got out of there, right? When he saw the tide coming, tide changing, so to speak, he got out of there. Now everything is wrong with college football, college athletics. In his eye, in his opinion, everything is wrong. But when these coaches was getting all these deals, signing these tens of millions of dollars deal to coach a team, getting these endorsements with Nike and Adidas and the Jordan brand and Under Armour and so on and so forth. Everything was fine when the athletes didn't have any leverage. Now the athletes have leverage now. Now he want to revamp the whole damn sport and call out people. And man, you talking about one of the biggest hypocrites, because he was the biggest benefactor of it in college football. He was the biggest benefactor of it. Alabama, man, didn't even have to recruit. They could pick the cream of the crop. As soon as it got to where it's going to be almost a level playing field, oh man, I got to get out of here. It's terrible now. I mean, the guys running is ridiculous, man. And he should be called out on it. And that's why I spoke on it, man, because it's terrible, man. It's terrible.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, but you're right though, man. This guy, Nick Saban. I called out a couple coaches. What was the guy? The guy that coached always everywhere he go is a scandal. The basketball coach we talk about, Calipari. Calipari, a funny dude, man. Everywhere he go at, and then when he leave, it's a big dust up.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny, man. It's
funny. Man. Yeah, we're gonna go and I'm gonna testify under oath what I think. And get the hell out of here with that shit. When Alabama was winning 5-6 championships in a row, and you got 5-star recruits backing up other stars, 5-star recruits. You understand? Everything was right in the world, right? Yeah, okay. Now, down guys, you can't get no more because another team is willing to pay them and they can cash in on their name, image, and likeness. Now it's bad. Man, get out of here, man. Yeah, you can't sell that to me, man. You can't sell that to me.
Well, it just shows who really can coach, though. You know what I mean? If that's what it's all about, who can really coach and who can really relate to. I mean, because coaching is hard work, and if you could take shortcuts by using, you know what I mean, you got you use that Alabama logo or that USC logo, and you could take shortcuts and you could just recruit these kids. Then that take is because what they say, are we turning these kids into grown men, right?
Mm-hmm.
You really got to do that now. You know what I mean? If you want to be a successful coach, because the field is a little bit more level.
I tell you what, man, Curt Cignetti proved himself.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely proved himself. I mean, and could Curt Cignetti have won the national championship with a team from Indiana during the Saban years? Hell no.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And now he's the man.
Yeah.
Right.
And because he had they leveled as much as I've railed against NIL and the craziness of the portal, the one thing it has shown is there's coaches out there that given the chance will absolutely rise to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't what helped him in Indiana was the extra years the guys can play as well?
Oh yeah.
Didn't he have a whole team?
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, he brought his whole team with him, didn't he?
They was they was like veterans. You know, they was in school.
Yeah.
Like, 3, 4. You talking about me with 5-year seniors and stuff like that. Yeah, he had some veterans there. Yeah.
Well, see, that's what you're saying. My fault, Clay. That's what you're saying in basketball too, though. Like you saying the mid majors, those coaches in the mid majors who are holding on to their guys until they become seniors. You know what I mean? Teaching them how to play basketball. Then they're going up against teams who get the the one and dones, and they'll a lot of times they'll lose to the mid major because the mid majors, those guys had that chemistry and they had that know-how.
Look at what's the name, Mike? That's an excellent point. And look at Duke, for instance. They didn't put Zion. Zion didn't win. They had Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag ain't win. They had the Boozer boys. They didn't win.
They should have won.
Yeah, they got all these top-notch prospects, but it's more so like a one-and-done type deal. So they're not even, they're only there for that 1 year. And if you can't make it that one season, they out of there.
That Duke coach should have 2 national championships. I put both of them on him.
You think
sitting there with timeouts and not taking them? But Tom, I wanna understand the Nick Saban situation. Because to me, it seemed like Alabama would be a school that would still get all the great guys because all the money that gets funneled into the program.
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
What's the thing with Nick? What do you think? Nick just don't like the players getting money?
I think that's a big thing of it. I think he don't want the players having a say. You know what I'm saying? Nick Saban. I don't think Nick Saban, I don't know this to be true, but I don't think Nick Saban lost a recruit that he actually wanted when he was in his heyday and they was went like that. I don't think he lost a recruit to another team. Now, them same athletes that you recruiting, they're telling, not Nick Saban, he's not coaching anymore, but they're telling Alabama or Georgia, no, I'm going to Tennessee because Tennessee offering me a bigger bag. They don't like them players having that type of say. So go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
No, but I was just gonna say. You hit on it earlier, right? It's the second, third, fourth string guys. Now Alabama's not as deep.
Not as deep.
They still got the money to get the top recruit to start. But now Tom says it right there. Nick didn't want to compete. Now he's got to compete because those second, third string guys are going other places and making them more competitive.
Yeah, because they had players willing to come sit on the bench and wait their turn.
Exactly. The Vanderbilt and starting. You know what I'm saying? They the starting linebacker. You know what I'm saying? They going to Tennessee and they the starting wide receiver. Stuff
and get the bag.
Right.
Yeah. So Tom hit it on the head. It's about Nick Saban competing. I definitely agree with that. So you really got a coach now because the team, the kids that you would have sitting on your bench now, you got them playing on other teams, and you really gotta, it's harder to win now when you got those guys on the other teams.
I mean, that was for Alabama. That had 2-3 benefits, right? Not only are you locked and loaded and deep, those cats aren't playing for somebody else.
They're not playing for somebody else. No.
So addition by subtraction, yeah. So addition by subtraction, yeah. You're not going to our competitor. You're not going to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to LSU. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, you're right. You're right, Jim.
And so what? Let me see. Hammond say, I concur. I concur. Do you think the number of single-parent households plays a factor? And yeah, I think single-parent household probably play a factor when it comes to I guess recruiting and stuff like that. Sometimes certain parents may not know about the process, and only they're getting caught up in the in the glitz and glamour of it. But yeah,
and then don't think it don't extend to whatever high school that particular player is playing for, right? Because that coach in college ranks, they might have a relationship with a particular high school coach. So they might go to that coach and say, man, I'm looking at your guy, see if you can, you know what I'm saying, give us a look, you know what I'm saying? And, palms might be being greased in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just screw them this way. Get them to take a visit down here at Oregon or UCLA, whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? Just give them to take a visit down here, way to the West. You know what I mean? Just kind of talk us up, stay as a good program, stay as a good coach. So, man, that money is wrong, man, and it goes everywhere. It goes everywhere.
Yeah. Now that we out of COVID, do you think they should take the extra year away from these kids?
I don't really think.
I don't
think so.
Yeah, I don't know how much it's affecting things, but man, you got some people that really take advantage of it. But I don't know. Is it really affecting it? You know what I'm saying? How you think it's playing a part, though, Clayton? How you think it's playing a part in?
I think it played a major part in this year's national championship team, Indiana. Yeah. I think it did. I mean, no disrespect to Indiana. They did a great job. It was a great team, well coached. I'm just saying.
You think it was
when you're on that level, you're a little older than a freshman or a sophomore. It makes a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got guys who would potentially be in the league now competing against somebody who's a freshman in college.
Yeah, and they got more experience and seen more. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can agree with that.
I don't know. I'm just curious. That's a question.
That's a good point. I don't know. That's a good point. I never really even looked at it that way, to be honest with you. But that's a fair assessment. You know what I'm saying? That you got practically grown men going up against 18-year-olds. You know what I mean? So how much of an advantage it is and things like that. So it's a good point. It's a good point.
I don't know.
I mean, aren't they talking about tweaking the fifth-year eligibility rule already?
I didn't hear it. I ain't hear it, Jim.
I didn't hear that.
I think it. Oh, what was it? I read somewhere where instead of being based off of their last year of high school, it was off of when their birthday is or something. I mean, it was.
They should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot of kids. You got a lot of kids getting what do they call it in the high school level? Reclassified.
Yes.
So now you got these high school players older.
Yep.
Yeah.
Than these other guys, and they get that unfair advantage.
I saw a news story about
a thing, man. That's really a thing. Now I just realized this maybe like 2 or 3 years ago that them young guys they was actually, I mean, they volunteering to do it. They volunteering to do it.
I saw a news story about that, where a dad and his son were talking about having this kid repeat 8th grade.
Yes.
Just so he would be better at baseball.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's a good student.
Right. Right, man. Yeah, man, boy.
It's a lot of that reclassifying happening. That's major.
Yeah, and not just like I say, I'm late to the party with it. I just found this out maybe like about 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Found out about it like 3 years ago. Yeah. Yep.
Shoot, I reclassified. I was in the 10th grade for 3 years, so that's reclassified. I'm trying to improve my recruit. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in 11th grade. So you still gotta have a talent, though. You know what I mean? So if you reclassify,
no doubt. But you know how it is, Tunk, Mike, Jim. We play a sport, we're a little older than the other kid. The other kid, I don't care how talented they are, we got some advantage over them, you know?
That's how, they was doing that in baseball. You got guys saying they 19 and they 27. You know what I mean? So,
oh man, if you're coming from another country, the Dominican
Cuba.
Republic, Cuba, oh man, you come in there, man, you talk about, man, you, like you say, 20, you 19, 20, you got a wife and kids, you 29 years old.
And imagine in football is so physical.
Yeah.
Now you developing a more grown man body.
Well, that's why you got 27-year-old can't come in until 3 years after. That's what what's the running back out of Ohio State? Help me out with it. He's Roman Moss.
Maurice
correct.
Yeah, Maurice correct.
He challenged that NFL rule. I'm sorry, and he lost.
Well, who was that 27-year-old? Who was that 27-year-old senior quarterback years back? Right, he went to the major league draft, right, and he played in the minors for a while. Didn't break through. Went back to college, and then he was like a 27-year-old senior.
Was it Chris Winky that went to Florida State? Was it him? Chris Winky. Y'all remember?
I think it might have been him.
Yeah,
Chris Winky, that's right.
It might have been him, Tom. Yeah.
Brandon Whedon. Who is Brandon Whedon?
Brandon Whedon. He went to Florida State too. I don't know if it was him. It might have been. It was either him or Chris Winky. I remember Chris Winky.
Okay.
Chris Winky, because he went to what's the name drafted him? I think, if I ain't mistaken, the Carolina Panthers drafted.
Yeah,
Chris Winky.
Huh.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah.
Man, I need a game tonight, man.
Oh man, no.
They bluffing with this schedule. I don't like this schedule, man.
That was weird, man. Not having a game on a Sunday. I thought that was weird.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was weird.
Yeah. So, anyway, man. Any football news? Real quick.
Other than the blockbuster deal.
That's huge.
Myles Garrett.
Yeah,
that's huge.
AJ Brown going to the Patriots. Y'all heard about that?
Yeah, we already knew that was happening. Did y'all know AJ Brown came out and admitted he leaked them stories to the Philadelphia media about what was going on with the team?
I didn't know that, but I ain't surprised.
Yeah, he said he did it to try to motivate the team.
Look, man, look.
Oh, Lord.
I might disagree with me on this, man. I think the whole AJ Brown thing, man, they try to turn this dude like he on the field. Like he just game changing and all that. I know he can play, but I think that narrative was really pushed, man, to try to make Jalen Hurts look bad, man. You understand? I don't think AJ Brown is this end-all be-all receiver. That's just my opinion, of course. You know what I'm saying? And he might show out. You know what I'm saying? He get up there with New England. You know what I'm saying? You got Drake May up there. You got his old coach in Rabel. You know what I'm saying? When he ain't with his girlfriend, they might get put a game plan together, things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm going to say this, though. Jalen Hurts was struggling.
Good.
And then they brought AJ Brown in, and his numbers went up. Now in Tennessee, he had, what was the guy name? Ryan, what was his name? The quarterback. Ryan Tannehill, is that his name?
Yes.
Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, they was competing with him once AJ Brown got there. So I'm not saying he like all time or nothing. But he's definitely an impact guy.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna argue that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The storyline that came out is more so to try to make Jalen Hurts look bad. You know what I'm saying? This dude been to 2 Super Bowls, man. Won the Super Bowl MVP, man. He ain't chopped liver, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not chopped.
You got to remember, Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown was good friends. Jalen recruited AJ to come, and the city loved Jalen and them, and they won the Super Bowl. They was loving Jalen. I don't think they brought him in to smear Jalen. I think last year what happened on the team, started putting a microscope on what's going on in terms of Jalen Hurts taking the next steps and how great of a pass he is and stuff like that. But he the one that got A.J. Brown there. They were real close friends. So
he
I just think that's messed up.
He better than the damn Randy Moss up there when Randy Moss went to New England. If he that be all that they
he ain't. No. You talking about Randy Moss, something different, man. No,
he better turn the damn Randy Moss up there. All is that this.
Randy Moss set bombs in between 3 defenders, son. He ain't no Randy Moss.
There ain't no question about that. There ain't no question about that.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
What time say? I guess if AJ Brown had went to the Rams, it would have been okay. I'm glad y'all feel the way y'all feel about my New England Patriots. Hate always prevail in the end.
Right. Man, no, I don't like no damn Rams. I don't like the Rams. But
and he said that's a great shot for a team that has Aaron Choke Rodgers.
Man, I don't even know why the Steelers, man, play that game with him year in, year out with this guy, man. I don't even think the guy really want to play football. I really don't. I really don't think he wants to play, man. But the pay is good. You know what I'm saying? The pay is good. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't give a damn about no Aaron Rodgers. Fuck him too.
Hey, I hear you.
Yeah,
y'all see that Aaron Donald said he really considering it.
Yeah.
I mean, that
I wouldn't if I was him, man. I wouldn't come back, man. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't come back, man. I leave it. I mean, he can't do nothing more for his legacy. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do nothing more for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
no,
I would leave it alone.
Those dudes are built differently, though. Those dudes are built differently.
Yes, they are.
They love that spotlight. They love competing. It's addicting to those cats.
Yeah, it's an addiction. Yes. Yeah. So, man.
Did y'all see the interview? I don't remember who it was, but it was a young guy. He went over Aaron Donald House to work out with him.
Yes.
And he said, man.
I saw that interview.
Yeah, he told his wife, call the police, right? Call the police. He was telling Aaron Donald, like, man, I gotta go pick my mother up, man. Aaron Donald said, no, I call her Uber, right? Don't worry about it. I call her Uber. Right. He's like, I gotta go pick my mother up, man. He said, so Aaron Donald's wife walked in or something. He turned Aaron Donald's wife, call the police. He told call the police, man. Yeah. And that was funny.
Yeah. That is crazy. Hey, what happened with the was that the New England Patriots quarterback that went to a political rally or something? And
Jackson Dart.
The Giants quarterback.
Oh, the Giants quarterback.
Yeah.
He I guess he came out mega.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah. I ain't getting into that.
You know what I'm saying? You know, politics and religion, man, I try to stay away from, man.
I hear you.
You and your best friend end up not speaking for 2 weeks over politics and religion, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't touch that. I don't touch that.
Yeah.
Wise.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Jim? You know, stuff like that, man, because, people are so sensitive about. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't even, as a teammate, I wouldn't even question him about doing it.
I wouldn't say
you got your own right to believe or do whatever you want to do. As long as you ride for me as a teammate, I don't care about all that shit.
I just want you to come out there on Sundays, man, and not throw no picks. That's all I care.
That's it. You think these locker rooms don't have different things they subscribe to and part of? Come on, man.
Exactly. You got all different walks of life in these locker rooms.
I remember Tom Brady had a Trump hat in his locker.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that.
Right. But what that mean? You ain't gonna catch the ball when he throw it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, get out of here.
Yeah. People too worried about all this political atmosphere right now. It's crazy, and it's influencing people's decisions and things they want to. Man, I ain't living for nobody else The only thing I'm living to other people is to pay it forward, to be a part of what is. That's the only reason I'm living, to be a part of what is. But you're not dictating my lifestyle. Now, within my lifestyle, I'll give what I can give.
And the thing about
That's
that,
where I'm at.
and the thing about that, Clayton,
Yeah.
you didn't want to dictate nobody else's lifestyle.
Right.
You didn't even want to.
Right.
Want to. Yeah, man.
Right. So that's crazy.
But
Hey,
go,
Tim.
man, a few times said something about hockey, man. Go and get your hockey spiel in, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very entertaining, close Stanley Cup so far. Knights are up 2-1. That first game was out of hand, man. That kid Eiler for Carolina scored 2 goals within like 3 minutes. Dude was on fire. And then the Knights came back and won that game. It was wild. And then I mean, yeah, they split in. They split in.
They split down Carolina.
In Carolina, yeah. And then was it yesterday's game? Yeah.
It was on yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday's game. Another good high scoring game. Knights are up. It's crazy that Knights have only been in the league for 9 years, and
That's the Vegas team, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
They've had such success. Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy good. I'm glad the Hurricanes are seeing some success. Their head coach Rod Brindamore, I really like that guy. Great player, man. He's won Stanley Cups as a player. I'd like to see
sharp though too, man. He be in the box. He be sharp, man. I like his suits, man. He be sharp.
Yeah.
Is that the Carolina coach?
Yes.
Yeah.
He got dark hair.
Yeah, he what's the name? No, he the one that got the thanks, Jim. Jim, do we got the dark hair? We got like the salt and pepper almost.
He's got the salt and pepper.
Yeah,
Salt and pepper. Okay.
Man,
Rod Brindamore, he looks like he could still play. I mean, you look at it, he's still a real stocky.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. He be sharp, man. You know, I'm a fashion. I'm tapping into my fashion thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Clean though, man. I like his suits.
I heard somebody say if you score 4 goals in a game, that's really high scoring. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Is that a high scoring thing?
It is. Yeah.
Because that's what they did the first time, right? They came back.
Yep.
And scored 4 goals, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, Panama.
I never can follow the puck. I can't. Man, he's moving too fast. I can't follow it. I can't follow the puck, man.
It's the difference between going and seeing a game live and watching it on TV is the difference between shooting a bullet and throwing it.
Okay. But Jim, remember years ago they had the blue line to foul the puck. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
I say, all right, I can watch it now. But the people say, no, that's not how you watch it.
I thought that was a cool.
Me too. They almost had a hockey fan. Because look, I got one now. Clayton talking about my hands, the Buffalo Sabres, the old logo that they done brought back.
Yeah.
I got a Buffalo Sabres hat, right? But when
I used to love Dominic Hasek.
Yeah. And I used to watch it and see what logos the teams wear and go get the hat. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was watching it.
Yeah.
And I can follow the puck now. Okay, this make it easier for me to watch. Then they took it away, and people, the purists say, "Oh, you can't do that. You fucking up the game and all that." You fucking up the game, putting the blue line on the man. After that, I say, man, I can't follow it, man. I can't follow the puck.
They had that one at one time, that technology that when they had a slap shot, it would go red.
Okay.
That was cool.
I see that.
They did away with all that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I can't even watch the shit now. So.
Town said that Chicago Blackhawks got the best hockey logo.
I got that hat too. Yeah.
I got that sweater, man. I got that jersey.
Okay. Yeah. I got that too.
That's old school, and I hope they never go away. I mean, because with all the sensitivity around Native Americans and everything, I get it, but I just hope they never go away from that. And I know the Black Hawk tribe has been very supportive of the logo. Yeah, no, I think I love that logo.
Yeah. That's nice.
Native Americans said they was okay with Washington being the Redskin.
Yeah, sure work.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So look, real quick, what league's supposed to be about to expand? Was it football? They was talking about expansion. Was it baseball? Was it hockey? Did y'all hear about any league talking about expansion?
No, I didn't hear anything about
I never
that.
heard. No.
That might be. I was listening to the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh man.
Well, fellas, I think we covered everything.
Yeah, we did, man. We got to tune back. It looked like the other day, Wednesday, when you was like, man, I ain't gonna be able to do the show, right? Jim, like, yeah, thank God.
Yeah, I
was looking forward to watching that game, but I was so tired. I was so beat up from work.
I was laughing like crazy. I was ready for it. I think me and Clay was ready, right?
Well, I was in the morning, but then when the evening came, I ain't say nothing. I was glad. I let all that play out, and I was just like, yeah.
Mike said, because Mike ain't respond all day. So I was like,
I was working. I was tired.
I would like to hear y'all while the game going on. I would like to hear some of the shit you got to say when the game going on. But
yeah. I said, thank God. I bust out laughing when
But Friday night wouldn't have been bad though, because the weekend. I don't know. Did you have to get up in the morning on Saturday, Tom?
I didn't. I was off yesterday. I was off yesterday. Yeah.
See, Friday night could have been okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, man. Appreciate y'all guys, man. And it's time for me to go.
Indeed, man.
Appreciate y'all. Yeah.
It's always a pleasure. Later to the chat. And Tom, if you my point guard, you got to step up. That's all I got to say. I have a good one, man.
The ball coming to you, Tom.
It's coming to him.
Y'all have a good one, man.
All
right, man. Y'all take it easy.
All right.
Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to tune into our live show next Sunday at 11 a.m. And also don't forget to leave a comment, and we'll check y'all out next Sunday. Peace.